What's up, friend? Welcome back to my channel. This video is one that's been a long time coming. Today we are talking all about limiting beliefs, what they are, how to overcome them, and basically how to live your best life and stop doubting yourself so much. Before we get into it, as per usual, I will have everything time-stamped in the description, so if you want to skip around, do that. I also have a whole playlist on my channel with all my videos about manifesting and the law of attraction and how to live your best life. So go check that out if you haven't already. Make sure you're subscribed, and let's get into it. So firstly, what is a limiting belief? A limiting belief is a judgment of yourself that you believe to be true, so much to the fact that it restricts your movement. It restricts your thought patterns, it restricts the moves that you make in the world, it restricts your goals. Basically, it is just like negative self-talk, the I can't, the I don't, the it's not of it all. Okay? And I've said it before, I'll say it again. Having doubts, talking to yourself negatively, having limiting beliefs is normal. Okay? We all experience these things. We all doubt ourselves sometimes and go through periods where we feel like we can't do something or we feel limited by something. It's completely normal. It's not a problem that you have those, but it is a problem if you allow your negative self-talk to hold you back from getting what you really want in life. And it's gonna hold you back from your happiness, and it's just not gonna be good. So we're gonna just nip in the bud right now. An example of a limiting belief would be, nobody's interested in me, nobody's gonna like me. And as a result, you don't even try to put yourself out there and date and go out and try to meet people romantically. Or, I'll never have money, I'll never be rich. And as a result, you don't take that job that pays more, you don't even apply for it, you don't go after your dream that could financially support you because you're just like, it'll never happen anyway, why even try? That is a limiting belief. And limiting beliefs are not real, okay? That's just what they are, beliefs. And beliefs can be changed, beliefs can be turned around, and that's what we're doing today. And I wanna talk about this in a more nuanced way because when I brought up the idea of acknowledging truths in my how to manifest a significant other or how to manifest love video, I got a little bit of pushback from you guys saying that that was a limiting belief. And so I think that my viewpoint on limiting beliefs might differ a little bit from your usual manifester, but I want to explain what I mean. There is a difference between having a limiting belief and being honest with yourself. People in the manifesting world might tell you that acknowledging your truth, acknowledging yourself, acknowledging your life situation is a limiting belief, even just purely acknowledging that. And honestly, I disagree. Acknowledging the truth of your current life situation should not limit you. And a great example of this that I see all the time is that if someone is living in poverty and you suggest that the reason why they're not wealthy or the reason why they haven't escaped that bad life situation yet is because they're not manifesting enough, that's unfair to me. That doesn't make sense. That's not really computing. Acknowledging that you're in a tough life situation does not limit you. Now, if you say, I'm in this tough life situation, I'll never get out of it, there's no hope for me, I'm just gonna be a loser with no hopes and dreams forever, then yes, that is you limiting yourself, right? When you use the word never, that's when you know you're going south. But acknowledging the fact that, okay, listen, I'm in this negative life situation, this is my reality, I'm looking around 24 hours a day and this is what I see, that's just real. The truth is that anything is possible. You can notice your actual life and your situation right now, just don't let it derail you from your dreams and from what you want. Always recenter. Recentering is everything. In addition, along those same lines, accepting that you cannot control others and that other people have free will is not a limiting belief. This is what I talked about in my manifesting a specific person video, and a lot of people got a little pressed because I said that everyone has free will and you can't force someone to love you, because that was perceived as a limiting belief. But the truth is that acknowledging that other people have free will is not a limiting belief if you're confident in your ability to attract who is right for you. It shouldn't matter that I can't control people's emotions and I can't force people to do my bidding if I feel confident that I will find someone who understands me, who will love me naturally. If you're confident in your ability to attract people and to attract someone who loves you, it's not limiting to say that someone will only do that by their own free will. And it's the same way if you're confident enough to stand up for yourself and only accept what you truly deserve, which is the absolute best. It will not be limiting to you if someone has free will and chooses to walk away. So I think that we should kind of unlearn the idea that acknowledging the truth of your situation or acknowledging that everyone is living their own lives and you can only control yourself, and really coming to terms with acknowledging that idea that we all have negative situations, we all have negative thoughts, we all doubt ourselves, and it's completely normal. Like, that's not a limiting belief. Those things only limit you if you let them. But if you have been letting them, I'm gonna show you how to overcome that. I wanna go through some of the most common limiting beliefs because I feel like these sort of larger umbrella statements hold a lot of limiting beliefs underneath them. So I'm just picking like the most common, broad limiting beliefs, but these can apply to so many different situations, and I think that you'll find one that helps you in each of these that I'm about to explain. The first one I'm gonna talk about, I don't have any time for that. I'm too busy for that. I've got too much going on. I can't do that. Raise your hand if you've said that. That's an excuse. That's an excuse, and it's holding you back. This is a huge way that we justify holding ourselves back. But really, make a mental list of what you do from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed. Maybe you work 8-hour shifts, so you come home and you're exhausted and you want to rot on the couch, turn on Love is Blind, and just do nothing for the rest of the night. Honestly, I can fully relate to that. That's the case for a lot of us. But the truth is that we make time for the things that are important to us, right? Like if you got home from working the worst shift of your life, you're exhausted, you're in a bad mood, and your best friend called you and was crying and was like, oh my God, I need you right now. You wouldn't go? You wouldn't make time? You wouldn't tell your friend, hey, look, I had a long day, I don't have time, we got the Love is Blind reunion coming up tonight, like, I'm not gonna be able to help you, I'm so sorry. Like, no, you make time for the people and the things that you wanna make time for, even if it takes the place of rotting on your couch and watching bad reality television. If you feel like you don't have time, make time. Make the decision to get home from work and practice your craft. If you have a day off and you want to spend it curled up in bed doing nothing all day but watching Dateline mysteries, maybe, you know, take a 30-minute break from that and use it to work on one of your goals. And honestly, it should bring you joy because you should be pursuing things that you like. So I want to challenge you, if you feel like you truly don't have time, start small, right? Start small. You don't have to spend, you know, come home from work at 7 p.m. and from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. you're working on your goals. Like, that's not what I mean. You don't have to start there, although by all means, if you feel like it, go for it. I mean, when you get home, maybe instead of going immediately to the couch, spend 30 minutes on your computer researching or practicing or doing whatever you need to do to reach your goals, whether that's a career-oriented thing or a personal development thing that you're working on. If you're working on your shadow work, like, devote 30 minutes to that. Whatever goal you have that you're trying to reach, you do have time, you can find time. You just gotta make space for it. The second one, I don't deserve this. And this is a really common limiting belief that can pop up from so many different places. Maybe you set a goal for yourself and it was unrealistic and you didn't accomplish it, and now you're beating yourself up about it. Maybe somebody told you that you don't deserve nice things or you don't deserve to get what you want and you internalized it. Maybe you feel like you haven't gotten enough practice, so you're not ready, and that's why you don't deserve it. If you don't feel like you're knowledgeable enough or have done enough work or practice to deserve something, make a plan to work on that. Make a plan to learn. The more competent you are, the more confident you'll be. Unless this is just a case of imposter syndrome. If that's the case, then watch my other video. If you internalize this from someone else, understand that everything is a projection. I say this all the time. Every single thing that someone says to you is a projection of their own feelings and experiences in life. As people, we all go through things, we all experience things that cast doubt and shame and fear and build our shadow. And sometimes we project that onto others because we haven't come to terms with it ourselves, and we might not even be aware of it. We might lack the self-awareness to even know that we're doing this. So, you know, don't hold it against people. However, don't take someone else's perception of you personally. That is their perception. And frankly, it has nothing to do with you. And if it's just a confidence issue, make a list of your strengths. Literally get your journal out and write down all of the great things that you contribute to the world, all the great things that you contribute to your own life. What makes you unique? What makes you stand out? What makes you special? What makes you deserving of good things? Write down compliments that other people have given you that have made you feel good. Write yourself a love letter. The truth is that the foundation of manifesting is believing that you genuinely deserve the things that you want. If you want to take your manifestations to the next level, if you want your dreams to come true, you have to believe that you deserve it, and it has to be genuine. And the last one, I'm not capable of that. I'm not strong enough. I'm not smart enough. I don't have the skills. I don't have the ability. And to me, this is just a manifestation of a deeper fear of failure. And to overcome that fear of failing, we have to realize that failing is a necessity during the journey towards getting what we want. It's inevitable. You will fail sometimes. You will take missteps. You will mess up. That's life, baby. We all mess up. I mess up all the time. I messed up like 10 minutes ago, frankly. Like, we all mess up, we all fail, and we need failures to teach us lessons that we have to have learned if we want to be successful, if we want to be at the top of whatever you want. Embrace the idea of knowing that you're gonna fail and you're gonna have to course correct and you're gonna have to learn and you're gonna have to grow. That's what this whole journey of life is all about. It's all about learning, it's all about growing, it's all about getting better every day, and you don't do that without screwing up. Instead of thinking of missteps as failures, think of missteps as aiding you and guiding you towards what you want, right? You try one thing, you fail at it, you kind of take a step back and you're like, okay, maybe that's not part of the journey. Okay, let me try this. And you would have never known that if you hadn't tried and failed. You are capable. You can learn any skill, you can do anything. If they can put a man on the moon, you can accomplish your dreams. I'm telling you, like, that was a crazy ass feat that they pulled off, okay? If they can do that, girl, we can do anything. And honestly, I get a lot of inspiration from other people when it comes to this kind of thought of not being capable, because think of how many people have started from unimaginable life circumstances and have failed and twisted and turned and made it to success. It's actually really crazy if you think about it. Look at the story of, I don't know why, the first person that's coming to mind for me right now is Steve Harvey. If you listen to Steve Harvey's life story, it's crazy that he has the success that he has because he's had so many failures, so many twists and turns. Look at Lizzo. Lizzo is another one who was like living in her car at one point. And she is now one of the biggest superstars on planet Earth. I'm telling you, you can do it. If nothing else, I know that you can do it. The only thing that's stopping you is this belief that you can't do it. So in summary, be real with yourself, be honest. You can acknowledge the truth of your situation. You can acknowledge your mistakes. You can acknowledge that you're imperfect, as we all are, but know that those truths shouldn't hold you back from getting what you want. Push past that idea that you're not capable, that you don't deserve it, that you don't have time, that you can't do it for whatever reason that you're making up in your head. You're making it up, okay? It's a lie, it's a lie. We lie to ourselves a lot. And you gotta unwrap that lie, you gotta toss that lie out, and you gotta go after what you want. And I'm telling you, it will completely change the way that you see yourself, the way you see the world, and the way you see your manifestations. So I hope that this helped. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear it. And I will see you in my video next weekend. Bye!